All right, everybody, welcome. Glad to be here with you as Coach Vic, certified land investor. Got the mat, I got the merch, the swag, all that good stuff. All right, as usual, before I begin, I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. You can see me okay. Everything is looking good. Everything is functioning. Let me know in the comments. Just drop a comment just to say, what's up, Todd? How are you? Good to see you. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it because I don't think I'll need to go as long today. I usually do about 25 to 30 minutes. Today, I don't think won't be as long, but we'll talk about the upcoming, or I guess we're in it now, really, the holiday season for 2022. People are already starting to talk about Black Friday and things like that. So sure, let's say we're in the holiday season. So what do I mean by the holiday season? Basically from now until the end of 2022. So that includes past Christmas. The holiday season doesn't just end at Christmas because you go all the way through New Year's Day. And after New Year's Day, things kind of change. It's like a mental reset people go through, but and then buying habits kind of change, but they kind of don't too. All right, so I'm just going to jump into it. Is that okay with you guys? All right, I think it's good. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about. All right, let me give you a story. Let me give you a story first. Because I remember the first time I did, I guess, land investing during this time. This was in the winter of 2016 going into 2017. And obviously I was still new, wet behind the ears, didn't really know what was going on. And I had already blundered a couple of sales. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe a month or two prior, I actually had somebody on the hook. Somebody's going to buy one of the properties I had available. And then I had no way to collect payment. I'm like, okay, let me, and I scrambled on the phone, like, all right, let me call you back and figure it out. Well, I figured it out. And then once I tried to call back the guy, that was it. He never replied. He never picked up the phone. That sale was long gone. Now, that particular property, I bought that from another investor, probably because they couldn't sell it. And it took a while for me to sell it. I mean, I still end up selling it. I made money off of it, but I learned my lesson. Number one, always be prepared. But that's not the lesson we're talking about now. But even though I couldn't sell that one and I made some blunders prior, in that holiday season, I noticed that the intent of a lot of people changed because people were thinking about Christmas gifts, holiday gifts. Also, I've noticed that people are talking about how they want to start the new year off right. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. How can I play this and use this to my advantage? So today I'm going to talk about some of those trends I've noticed. And again, this, the winter of 2022 going into 2023 is different than the winter of 2016 going into 2017. So I'll talk about some of the things that are going to be the same, some things that are going to be different, and all that good stuff. Okay, let's see. Jordan Reesk took your advice the other day and found some success breaking down by subdivisions rather than whole counties. I appreciate your help, man. Hey, no problem. You got to be specific when you're doing stuff. And actually, that kind of ties in to what we're talking about. All right. So first thing I want you to be ready for this holiday season is obvious, right? The recession and inflation that's going on. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are losing their jobs right now. A lot. However, it depends on the sector that you're in. Now, I live in San Francisco. My industry used to be the tech industry. I was a software engineer for 11 years, as I've said a million times before. And I was in the games industry. So I've worked on a Tony Hawk game, a Hello Kitty game for the DS. My Tony Hawk game was for the Wii, the PS2, Hello Kitty game for the DS. I made games on the smartphones, actually pre-smartphone era and post-smart, after the iPhone arrived and all that. I've done a lot of stuff, and I've worked on different things, and I will always lose my job. So I was used to it, right? No matter what, you was used to it. The people now who are out there, they're losing their job. I don't know if it's happening in every sector. They're not used to what I'm used to. So I would just be frustrated about like, oh, this is part of the process. I'll find a new one in a couple of months, probably after Christmas. Why am I telling you this? Because the people who are losing their jobs, there's not, maybe every industry is different, but from my personal experience, a lot of people aren't hiring during the holiday season because they're winding down. People are going on vacation. they're getting ready for the next year. They're trying to do a nice push for the end of the current year. So like regular career jobs, desk jobs, things like that, stuff that a lot of us do, they don't necessarily hire that much during this time. Therefore, the people that you may be looking to sell to may be a little bit more spending conscious, because like, hey, I lost my job. You know, I'm not getting a flood of people looking to hire me. I'm hearing the gloom and doom in the news. And side note, stop listening to the news. I'm not saying there's no bad things going on. Of course that there is, but they are paid to make you fear and be uncertain and have doubt in everything. And then that turns into this mix of this cocktail of hatred and fear and animosity towards your fellow countrymen. It's all bad. And then worse than that, even if you don't talk to a lot of people, it keeps you from going out and doing the things that you need to do to level up. And the things you need to level up aren't necessarily going to be the safe and proven path. You might have to step outside your comfort zone. If you listen to the news and you listen to a bunch of losers who don't have any money in your Facebook feed and all that, you're going to think the world's ending every 10 minutes. And it's not. I'm still here. I'm fine. Now, anyways, as I was saying, people don't necessarily get hired during the holidays unless they're doing some kind of seasonal work or something like that. So selling, depending on who you are, and if you're following my methods, it may not affect you that much, but it may not be a high sales season, at least early on in the holiday season. There are some exceptions. If you're a savvy marketer, I want you to write this down. Be like everybody else, you too can have a Black Friday sale. You too can have a Cyber Monday sale. Hell, you can make a sale for anything. It doesn't matter. Now, make sure that the sale is actually at least appears eye-catching. So what do I mean by that? So let's say you have a property selling for $8,000, slash the price to $7,500, for example. $500 off this Monday only, or $1,000 off this Monday only. You know, you got to hit me up. We got to do the deal by Monday. There's no, you know, hey, we started talking on Monday and into on Tuesday. Nope. It's got to be happening today. All right. The reason why I say that is because around Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that, hell, Amazon has trained us that the month of November is just time to spend all your money. Around that time, people are in a better and a buying mood. They're not just thinking about, hey, let me get this off-brand 40-inch television or this, you know, this weird, like, I don't know, popcorn maker or something that's, you know, on a great discount. They're looking for all the deals that they can get. Now, if you just advertise your land as just, hey, I'm 50% off Black Friday, that might be okay, but it's got to actually make sense with the reason, which is the season. That rhymed, you know that rhymed, you know, that's a bar right there. Why am I telling you this? You are looking to capitalize on that buying frenzy, but it has to make sense. I don't want you to pass on information that makes it look like, hey, the lot I have is a piece of shit. Don't buy it. I'm just doing whatever I can to sell. Like, no, hey, you know, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, they're having Black Friday sales, so I can't meet, so I'm putting this deal out for you, but you got to take advantage. Don't be afraid to do the takeaway as well, because it's saying, hey, yes, it's discounted today. Doesn't mean it's a discounted property. You see the difference? There's something between giving a price discount and actually having a discounted, aka cheap, aka low value property. You don't want people to think that the property that you have is low value. So otherwise they think they can come back at any time. That's why you got to put the time frame on it. All right. So with that said, Black Friday sale, that can help. But if you don't move property, it is okay. Here's the thing. If you have not been stacking your chips, this is the time. Why? Because of what I talked about a few minutes ago before I got into the Black Friday tangent, or the first point really. There will be a lot of people out there who own property and they're looking to sell now. Why? Because of what the gloom and doom of the news has been telling them. Recession, inflation, all that stuff. Also, because of that, they may not be as, I guess, you know, firm on their asking price. So a lot more people will be negotiable. a lot more people will be, they'll bend, they'll sell that property for less than they want, ideally, just for the fact that like, well, I want money or I need money for whatever reason. It could be for food or Christmas presents, whatever. Now, it's up to you to make that deal happen. It's up to you, because just because people may, and that's the key word, they may be a little bit more flexible in price, don't mean that they will. However, you have to understand people will be looking for more money. Also, I know certain counties, they send out their property tax roll around October or so. So people have been getting them. If they haven't gotten them already, they should have gotten them by now. So now they have this like, damn, I got to pay taxes on this. I ain't got no money, or I have money, I just don't want to pay taxes on this thing anymore. So they may not be delinquent, but they just like, oh, this is just not a good time for these, property tax. Even if the property tax is like $50, it's still the psychological hit of getting another bill after hearing all the gloom and doom news out there. You guys follow me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because this is a psychology you got to tap into, because the season to kind of acquire assets for cheap is upon us now. It's upon us now. Is that making sense? Before I go on, make sure that makes sense. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Ty, what's going on? BOGO free. There you go. Buy one, get one. Buy one, get one free. I love it. Okay, Todd, they may want to liquidate for other investments too that pay a higher ROI. That's true too. The reason is a lot of people are actually looking to get rid of stuff because, hey, I want to be able to buy presents for my Christmas, or for my grandbabies for Christmas. I want to be able to, be a big baller at the Thanksgiving table. Hey, I'm going back home for the holidays. I need to be able to afford that travel. And when I get there, I don't want to look like a dirtbag. I want to make sure I look cool in front of my siblings, in front of my family. I want some spending cash. I want to be able to give them great gifts. I want to be able to look like I'm a somebody. So at the Christmas table, they're not giving me like shit every 10 minutes like they used to last year. So the opportunity to get a lot of assets is now. Now, here's the thing. You got to make sure you are aware that it is very easy to get stuck with crap. Now, I'm talking about properties that you wouldn't get otherwise, that won't necessarily sell because they're pretty much unusable to the general population of that area. So, for example, if you get a property and you can't build on it, and most people are asking, in that area, like, hey, can I put my mobile home on this? Can I build a tiny home or whatever? Then it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to have that. Even if you get it for cheap, it may not be worth it, right? So just don't get saddled with crap. Don't get thirsty for land, right? But understand, yes, there'll be a lot of discounts out there. Now, here's the thing. During that time, a lot of tool providers will definitely be looking to give discounts to get people to, get these, to buy into their services for mailing and things like that. So be on the lookout for people giving a lot of like this reduced pricing, especially around Black Friday. So you can send out more mailers. You can get a discount on your different, list building tools. You can get a discount on your CRMs and all that stuff. So that's there too, to help you also save money. That just kind of came to me. I kind of forgot about that. I didn't have that written down. All right. Now, what else should you be watching for? Well, besides, getting crap and all that, and, potentially slower sales, in November, things slow down. December, things can pick up because, again, people are back into that buying move. So even though they may not have purchased during Black Friday or Cyber Monday, during those 12 to 24 days before Christmas, people are in the buying move. But now, here's the thing, though. Not everybody wants to buy land. Not everybody wants to do that. They're thinking about, the traditional gifts. And then people, when they do buy, they're not necessarily looking to buy for other people. It does happen, but that's not necessarily the main thing. So it's not necessarily going to buy land for a gift for somebody else. It is, for whatever reason, like they're feeling good, they're feeling generous, they're feeling, hey, even though times are bad, I need to do something to make myself feel better. So land would be there, but this is the only thing that you have to keep in mind. Number one, as you start to communicate with your prospects, especially those that you have already communicated with because they're old leads, someone that purchased from you before, or they inquired about a lot and they maybe not bought it. You got to always lead with, Merry Christmas, season's greetings, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Saturnarium, whatever the people in your area like celebrate, lead with those types of things. We're not just here to look at people as ATMs and ways to make money. They're human beings. Maybe they're going through something, maybe they're not. It is hard to say. But when you start off with that relationship, you're going to have better success down the road. That doesn't mean they're going to buy pre-Christmas. It doesn't mean that. But those relationships you start to build will pay off. Now, sometimes they will do it. Sometimes they won't. But you got to make sure you start to treat them as a human. They're not just a money person. And the better you do that, the more you're going to stand out. Now, with that said, because of what people are going through, because of the recession and all that, people will be very much looking to get a lot of terms deals. Now, depending on your strategy, they may be a great fit. Like, hey, I love terms deals. I want to get more of them. Great. You're going to be in hog heaven, right? If you're like me, you like cash more, understand that, hey, as long as you're getting a good down payment that pays for a majority or all of the property that you put into the property, and then they'll get a monthly payment, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. So don't be so afraid of like the terms payments. Just make sure that the down payment is strong, because a lot of people will be looking to do terms. That is something to watch out for. You may not get the cash offer, but the terms offer will be there. So be ready to take advantage of it. Don't be like me, like, I don't know how to take your money. Now, what else can you take advantage of? So far we talked about having a holiday sale, Cyber Monday, all of that. Obviously, we can extrapolate that to like a Christmas sale. Again, your ads and everything you talk about should be, you know, Christmas related or Cyber Monday related, whatever it is. We're taking advantage of all the people out there that's looking to get rid of their property because they need the money, or they're just like, I don't want to deal with this headache any longer. I'm worried about other things. And we're going to take advantage of the holiday season. Now, as I said, for some people, it's slow sales. So if it's slow sales during that time, that's okay. Because as soon as that New Year's Day comes around, things start to pick up again. Things are a little faster. They got a bunch of gifts, they're returning them, they get a little cash. They're realizing, hey, I didn't get what I wanted. That's where you step in. That's where you come in. Now, some of these trends happen every year, but I think the bounce back after the holidays may not happen as well or as quickly as it used to because of what we're dealing with financially. And again, a lot of people might be feeling the sting of, you know, going into a lot more debt, trying to get Christmas gifts for everybody and, you know, doing things for the holidays, that it might be tough. So in fact, a lot more terms deals may be on the table, or you start to create those relationships with people who have buying power, mostly other investors who are actually going to use the property. So again, that's why I said earlier, don't get crap, because the regular retail market, now, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't say either way it's going to, you know, be X or it's going to be Y, but the regular retail market may not work or be as good as in years past because of the doom and gloom in the news, but there's going to be a lot of investors out there, a lot of developers, a lot of people who understand, hey, in the recession and these times, this is time to make money. So they're going to be looking to buy your stuff. What does that mean for you? Well, you not only do you have an opportunity to build these relationships for quicker sales, a lot more double closing opportunities, a lot more opportunities where you can JV with people and get something bigger, subdivide, sell those out, maybe sell each of those subdivided plots by terms. So now with all the stuff that is coming in, the lot's already paid for itself from just a little work. Now, granted, subdividing is not something you can just do overnight. It takes time. You go through all the rules. It's not necessarily something that you can just kind of do on a whim. But I'm just saying, like, we're thinking long term. So with the properties and stuff we're getting now during the holiday season, again, if they don't sell quickly, and, you know, here I gave you some advice on how to sell during the holidays, it's okay, because we're accumulating assets. So when things do start to speed back up, we have them ready to sell. And if you're not going to the retail market, this is going to be a great time to develop those relationships with actual other investors and developers and anybody that's going to want to buy from you, because a lot of people are going to sell. You need buyers. You treat them right, they're going to treat you right. So that also means that you may not get super top dollar when you're selling to other investors. That's okay. Think of it this way. This is my plan. And I already started doing it. I'm doing a lot of double closing now, and I'm selling the lots not as expensive as I would to the retail market. But since I'm not using my own money, I don't really care, right? Sure, I could sell a lot for 15, but I'm selling it for 12, right? $3,000 off the table. But if that guarantees a double close, and I'm buying a lot for, a lot less than 12, 3, 4, whatever it is, 6, sometimes just depends on the property. It's just free money for me. And then with the double closing, it's quick. Now, obviously, you can do a double close by self-closing, or you can go to a title company. But either way, if it ain't your money, don't be greedy. You take care of these investors, they're gonna keep coming to you. They're going to pay you. They're going to pay you up front. They're going to pay you more quickly. It's going to be a lot smoother of a transaction. And after that, you may never want to go back to the retail market. I don't necessarily recommend that, but it gets so easy and so intoxicating to be like, as soon as I buy something, I know that it's sold. It's hard to beat. But again, it happens now, looking to help people who need cash because they don't want their property anymore. They want to buy Christmas presents for their grandbabies. They want to, have stuff for the holidays, all that stuff. It's time to accumulate assets. And if you don't sell during the holiday season, don't let it bother you. I'm telling you, there's ways to sell. Just got to be patient. You got to stick it out. Because I don't know if the retail market's going to bounce back the way that it was. I mean, it will at some point, but anytime soon. So getting stuff at an extreme discount and looking to sell to developers, buyers, other investors, or terms deals with the retail market, you're going to make your 2023 shine bright like the Christmas topper on top of your Christmas tree. That was almost clever, but it wasn't. Anyways, that's all I got for now. If you have any questions, you have any comments, you have any concerns, you know what to do. Hit me up. I'll be glad to answer any of them. But that's it for me. Hopefully you guys have a good week. Start getting those offers out there now, because a lot of people are going to be looking to sell. And if they don't sell this week, hit them up again around Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to be home. They'll be around their phones. They'll be getting their letters and all that stuff. So be ready for a potential influx of people looking to buy, and never turn down a deal that will be profitable, meaning it's a good plot of land, just because you don't have the money in your pocket. There are always creative ways. And if you need help with those creative ways, hit me up. I can show you some of them. Hell, I might be going on a deal with you if you actually become part of my coaching group. But other than that, it's Coach Vic signing off. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, peace.